From seed to flower, from egg to chicken, from egg to frog, and from egg to butterfly. Within the loam where shadows lie, beneath a gray and weeping sky, Barnaby, the seed, a silver speck, avoids the frost's destructive check. The silt slides soft with sibilant sound, deep in the dark and dampish ground. A rudimentary roof of clay keeps wintry winds at bay today. The stalk begins to escalate, a green spear that won't deteriorate. Through miscellaneous weeds he grows, while spring its final blossom shows. Like velvet umbrellas, leaves unfold, a green tower brave and bold. No monotonous task is this, to reach for heaven's golden bliss. Adorned with gold, a superior crown, he looks upon the garden down, an ecstatic display of summer light, before the autumn brings the blight. Ironically, this bloom must wane, through wind and cold and abysmal rain. The symmetrical phenomenon of his face is an irrevocable shift through time and space. The wind begins to exacerbate the chill that seals his final fate. His petals tatter, fall, and fly beneath a cold and leaden sky. Tucked within his heavy head, a ton of silver seeds are spread. Nature's well-timed exhalation brings a redundant life's new preparation. Within the coop where hay is deep, a reticent egg begins its sleep, preceded by a quiet hush, away from any devious rush. Gladys the hen keeps Enid warm to override the winter storm. To jeopardize this quiet rest would bring a dire and dismal test. Crack! Pandemonium breaks out as Enid gives a tiny shout, an ecstatic ball of yellow fluff, who cannot see the world enough. With wild audacity she breaks her shell, a cacophonous song she starts to swell. Her initial steps are a discovery, an elated dance of sudden recovery. Enthusiastic and full of beans, she explores the farmyard's rustic scenes, though Gladys thinks it's stuff and nonsense when Enid lacks all common sense. Her juvenile antics are a treat, with clumsy wings and tiny feet. She tries to mimic every peck with a stretching, downy yellow neck. Now a loquacious copper hen, she rules the farmyard now and then, notorious for the way she scratches through the golden barley patches. Her juvenile days are obsolete, her transformation is complete. She will prohibit any foe from the meadow where the grasses grow. The water weeps with gray apathy, a murky, deep, and dark decree, where Morwenna the spawn is tucked away in an arbitrary soft display. A miscellaneous cluster of dots within the pond's most shadowed spots. The environment is monotonous and still, waiting for the nature's will. Metamorphosis begins at last. Her erratic movements are so fast, as Morwenna turns to a tadpole now, with a tail that acts like a motor's bow. Her lungs develop as gills diminish, a devious race she aims to finish. The escalation of the change is near, to thwart the abysmal grip of fear. Transitions can be cumbersome as legs and feet at once become a precarious way to walk the bank where the rushes grow so thick and rank. Her rudimentary limbs are weak as a new and solid home she'll seek. The old tale she once cherished so is the one she must now let go. The penultimate leap is finally made. She sits within the lily's shade, a tiny titan, emerald and brown, wearing a mosaic speckled gown. Her audacity is imminent and high as she snaps at a passing, buzzing fly. With no exception for the small, she answers the murky water's call. Philippa the caterpillar feeds on the exclusive garden weeds, an incessant eater, striped and bright, munching through the day and night. She strives to obliterate the leaf with a hunger that brings the plant to grief. Her movements imply a tireless pace in the garden's wide and green embrace. Soon she is chock-a-block and tight, a voracious, heavy, striped sight. She feels under the weather as she grows, from her tiny head to her padded toes. Expansion is essential for her skin to let the subsequent life begin. With no love lost for her old coat, she leaves it for the wind to float. The feeding must abruptly cease. She seeks a period of peace to spin a silk chrysalis of jade, reminiscent of a hidden glade. Internal pandemonium is there. Within the walls she chose to wear, she must reiterate her stay and wait for the subsequent brighter day. Finally, she is a butterfly, a kaleidoscope against the sky, a symmetrical phenomenon of light as she begins her elated flight. Her previous life is obsolete. Her transformation is complete. She eludes the wind with effortless grace, leaving the earth for the open space.